On the news,
I want to appeal, I want to beg everyone that we should not politicize the issue of attempted assassination on myself.
federal government urges Nigerians to take COVID-19 vaccine. And stakeholders call for more funding to fight tuberculosis. Well, it's glad to have you join us on News Now at this time. I am Oyi Adekunle. Now, to improve electricity supply and ensure stable power supply in the country, the Federal Executive Council has granted approval for the procurement of transformers for the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Minister of Power Salim Mamman disclosed this at the end of the cabinet meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja today. Mamman also briefed journalists on the other memos presented by his ministry.
These transformers are needed to replace the transformer that has been in system for the past 35 years. In order to improve quality of power supply to the national grid. So this has been graciously approved by the Federal Executive Council. The second one is the approval for procurement of the contract for the production and delivery of 1 million serialized meter script seal embossed with NEMSA inscription for 3 meter test stations at Oshodi, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna at the sum of 155,227,619 naira 18 kobo.
The Nigerian Senate has suspended plenary for the next 3 weeks to allow senators celebrate Easter holidays with their constituents. Senate President Ahmed Lawan made the announcement at the close of the plenary on Wednesday. He said the break will last until Tuesday, April 13th. However, critical committee engagements of the Senate will continue within the period. Lawan also said that on resumption from the Easter break, the Senate will receive reports from its committees on Petroleum Industry Bill, PIB, and the Electoral Act Amendment Bill for consideration.
The Senate will proceed on its Easter break, but our committees will continue to do their work. The joint committee that is considering the petroleum industry bill is working very hard to ensure that we receive the report as soon as we resume plenary in April. Our committee on the review of the Constitution under the chairmanship of the Deputy President of the Senate is working around the clock. This is just for the plenary to be closed, but of course our committees will continue to work. The Easter break will last from tomorrow, the 25th of this month, March, to 13th April 2021. So with this, the Senate is hereby adjourned till Tuesday, the 13th day of April 2021 at 10 a.m. prompt.
And 3 days after he was attacked on Makurdi-Gboko Road, the governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, has met with President Muhammadu Buhari over the issue. Governor Ortom, who arrived at the villa, went straight for a closed-door meeting with the president. TV360's Simisola Adigun reports.
The anger that followed the attack on Governor Samuel Ortom was nationwide as Nigerians condemned the assassination plot. Governors and lawmakers were in unison in stressing that the attack on the governor, if not thoroughly checked, can snowball into a more delicate situation which may threaten the 2030 polls. The man in the eye of the storm is here at the presidential villa to meet with the president. Expectedly, they had a closed-door meeting. Governor Ortom, after the meeting, told journalists that President Buhari's reaction to the attack is comforting and encouraging.
I'm aware that the security challenges in our country today is not about president. It's not about we governors. It's about every citizen of this country. So we must work together to surmount this. We cannot continue in this manner. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law. That is why, for some of us, you would see that I have not done anything illegal, including the prohibition of open grazing law, which my people told me to present to the House of Assembly, and eventually we signed it into law. That law is not targeted against any ethnic group. It's not targeted against any individual or group of people.
The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has deployed a crack team to unravel those behind the attack with the consent of the president. Governor Otom said he is aware of the security challenges in the country and he appreciates the effort of the presidency to address the issue. He also called for support for the president to keep the nation secured.
I want to also appeal to Nigerians. 2023, yes, to a politician is not far, but it's still a long way. If we secure our country and everything is working fine, then we can talk about 2023. But the way things are going, if we don't secure the country, there is no way we can be talking about 2023. That is why I've always dismissed people who come to me to say that you will contest this, you will contest that. For me, I want us as leaders of this country, we have taken oath of office, let us abide by those things we have said and work together as a team. Leave politics aside, leave ethnicity aside, but secure the country, Nigeria. We have no other country other than Nigeria we live.
Governor Otom said Benue is open to everybody from every part of the country to live and do business, provided the law of the land is obeyed fully. Simisola Adigun, TV360, Lagos.
The Minister of State for Health, Adeleke Mamora, has urged Nigerians to take advantage of the COVID-19 vaccine available in the country and take the jab. The minister said this in Abuja while dispelling rumors that there are critical side effects on the vaccine. TV360's Simisola Adigun reports.
It has been weeks Nigeria received 3.92 million doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Though the administration of the vaccine has been rolled out in many states of the country, some Nigerians are still skeptical about the vaccine and its efficacy. Here at the launch of an alcohol-based hand wipe in Abuja, Minister of State for Health Adeleke Mamora urged Nigerians to listen to the opinion of medical experts on the vaccine. He said the vaccine has been certified by all vaccine control agencies in the country and given a pass mark of good quality with no side effects. He wants Nigerians to help control the pandemic by taking the jab.
In a period of pandemic, the ultimate is vaccine. But I know that whether you like it or not, the conspiracy theories will always go out there. But be careful. Do not be fooled. The vaccines are here right now. I have taken my own jab about 2 weeks now. I'm still hale and hearty. And so, also some of our colleagues here. But the point is, you have a choice. Nobody is being compelled. But we have a duty as professionals in the health industry. So please take advantage of the vaccine.
Good hygiene habits amidst the pandemic is also key to healthy living. And this is the position of the Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Senator Ibrahim Oluriegbe, who assured that the government is working towards creating more testing centers and improve health facilities in the country.
We have been working together with the House of Representatives and indeed with the Secretary to address the issue of coronavirus. But generally, it's not only coronavirus. We are taking the opportunity to be able to strengthen our healthcare infrastructures and healthcare system. We have been able to not only improve on our ability to have other infrastructures that will support if we have similar epidemics by building more testing centers in every part of the country.
And went to NAFDAC. After proper scrutiny, they found that it had 99.9% efficacy in dealing with all sorts of germs, which of course makes it more effective.
Over 120,000 Nigerians have so far been vaccinated across the country. Simisola Adigun, TV360, Abuja.
The federal government has launched the Unified National TB Campaign and the Advocacy, Communication and Social Mobilization Guidelines for the Tuberculosis Program in Nigeria. The launch is a significant stride by government to stamp out tuberculosis and TB-related diseases in the country as the world marks the 2021 Tuberculosis Day. Mary Kano completes the story.
Nigeria's tuberculosis death rate was put at 63 cases per 100,000 people in 2019. It is estimated that 407,000 people in Nigeria have tuberculosis each year, making the country rank first in Africa and sixth globally in the 2020 World Health Organization Global TB Report. Although the country has managed to remain afloat in the fight against the killer disease, Nigeria is also on the list of 14 countries with a triple burden of TB, HIV-associated TB, and multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. The Federal Ministry of Health, through the National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Control Program, with support from partners, has initiated a number of interventions in the past with minimal successes. This is the reason for the Unified National TB Campaign launched to mark the World TB Day.
A key challenge to our control effort has been the slow pace of achieving universal health coverage for TB services. TB services were only available in 31% of health facilities. The current coverage of gene expert machines, the first line test for TB diagnosis, is barely 41%. That is 317 out of 774 local government areas in the country.
If we must strengthen our case detection efforts in country, our communities need to be encouraged through proper education and mobilization and to take up TB services that are available and adhere to treatment in order to mitigate the spread of this disease. We also call on governments at federal and state levels to increase financing to support TB prevention, care and control efforts at every level.
Grants tackling TB is highly prioritized in Nigeria, in line with government's effort to ensure good health and well-being for all Nigerians. However, stigmatization of TB patients remains a clog in the wheel of progress.
Though I actually witnessed some stigmatization, even from my siblings. Some were saying they should get me my spoon, should get my cup. Some were even suggesting you should rent an apartment for me to go stay until when I'm fine, I'll now come back.
We are all taken care of. They never ask us to pay for anything. We never pay for the feeding. We never pay for the drugs or for the injection. So I thank all of them. I thank the people that are in charge of TB.
The World TB Day is a global event commemorated on the 24th of March every year to raise public awareness on TB and efforts made to prevent and treat the disease. The theme for the event is "The Clock is Ticking," which serves as a wake-up call that time is indeed of the essence. Mary Kanu, TV360, Lagos.
The Lagos State government has said it will leave no stone unturned in getting rid of dilapidated buildings which pose serious danger to the lives and properties of residents in the state. To implement its plan, the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASBCA, has embarked on the demolition of several distressed and illegal structures across the state. In an exclusive interview with TV360 Nigeria, the general manager of LASBCA, Bolahon Oki, said the agency would not spare anything in getting rid of dilapidated buildings across the state. He further urged residents and building contractors to obtain permits and other relevant documents before embarking on building projects.
There are basic things that you are supposed to do. Get your building plan approval. Once you are given a building plan approval, whether private or commercial, you are to write and notify the building control agency within your district. Can imagine a place that you're supposed to build 2-story building and you now decide to put additional 2 floors. There is a foundation that you are supposed to use. And the belief is that, yes, I've done rafts. What type of raft did you do? But you know, most people look at the cost of the land at that time that they were building and they want to have more. So definitely the building control officer will do the needful. And what are we supposed to do? Why do we have to leave them? No matter how beautiful the building is, the law is that the building must come down. That is an extreme contravention. When you look at the number of people that are making living under high tension, you have the second thought, do I need to go there and remove it? But the bottom line is disaster in waiting. Once that disaster comes in, those people that doesn't want to leave the place won't be talking about living in that place again. The whole problem is going to be on the government. And the same government have been warning them.
The Lagos State Police Command says it has mounted a 24-hour surveillance on schools and farms across the state to avert kidnappings and banditry. Commissioner of Police Hakeem Odumosu disclosed this while fielding questions from journalists on the command's preparedness to prevent kidnap attacks on schools and farmlands. Odumosu lamented that some of the terrains, especially those of farms, were not accessible by vehicles. He said the command would liaise with the Ministry of Agriculture and the state government in purchasing motorcycles for that patrol of the farmlands. We'll take a short break here, but still to come, Central Bank of Nigeria denies implementation on flexible exchange rates. Details on that after this break. Many thanks for staying with us on News Now. Here's a quick reminder of some of our major stories tonight. Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State has met President Muhammadu Buhari on the state of insecurity in Benue, explaining strategies deployed by the state to combat criminality. And we also told you that the federal government has again urged the Nigerians to take the COVID-19 vaccine to check the spread of the pandemic. Minister of State for Health, Adeleke Mamora, said this in Abuja. In case you missed any of our news bulletin or for more updates, do log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube and Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, says Nigeria recorded 214 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 162,076. The 214 new cases were reported from 11 states, with Adamawa leading with 109 cases, followed by Lagos and Bauchi with 33 and 26 cases respectively. The NCDC further revealed that one new death was recorded, bringing the total number of deaths in the country to 2,031. To date, 148,530 cases have been discharged across hospitals and isolation centers across the country. And Brazil's daily COVID-19 death toll has soared past 3,000 for the first time as the hard-hit country struggles to contain a surge of cases that has pushed many hospitals to breaking point. The health ministry registered a record 3,251 deaths in the past 24 hours, bringing Brazil's overall death toll to nearly 299,000, second only to the United States. This latest milestone came on the same day President Jair Bolsonaro installed his fourth health minister of the pandemic. We'll take another short break here and return with business updates. Don't go away. Welcome back. We're now joined Folashade Ogunrinde for the latest in the world of business. Folashade, please give us the details.
Thank you very much, Oyin. A governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has debunked claims credited to the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, that the federal government has begun the implementation of flexible exchange rate instead of CBN's official foreign exchange rate for the investors and exporters I and E window rate in its transactions. Emefiele would disclose this at the CBN Monetary Policy Committee meeting held yesterday, also addressed the issue of foreign exchange scarcity in Nigeria's deposit banks, as well as sustained rise in the cost of rice. And this next report by our correspondent has the details. Arising from its 278th CBN Monetary Policy meeting, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has cleared the air over reports that Nigeria now operates a flexible exchange rate. While briefing newsmen on the decision of the Monetary Policy Committee to retain the MPR at 11.5% and keep other parameters constant, the CBN governor reiterated that the Apex Bank still maintained managed floating, which allows it to intervene in the market occasionally.
Nigeria has not changed from its foreign exchange management policies. Nigeria still remains on a managed float. What does the managed float regime mean? That the central bank, being the institution that has a core mandate for foreign exchange management in the country, would run the market, see to how the market operates, depending on its reading about how exchange rate moves in the market, will come from time to intervene in the foreign exchange market. It might interest us to know that since January, the CBN has not intervened in the I&E window. The market has always operated within a band of around close to about 409. In fact, at some point, it attained 412, went to 413, and began to move. And that is where it's supposed to move.
Responding to the question of sustained increase in price of rice despite CBN interventions, Emefiele said the CBN has taken proactive measures to ensure decrease in the price of rice in the open market.
For those who are enjoying our anchor borrower programs, or some of our prime anchors that we have funding in paddy rice, in maize, in sorghum, in different types of crops, we have started to insist that we do not want them to repay us with naira, but that we want to now take hold of those produce, take it at a particular price that we have agreed with the farmers or with the millers, and based on that, we moderate price.
In response to reports of scarcity of foreign exchange that persists in money deposits banks, the CBN governor explained that about $80 million are disbursed weekly to DMBs, and necessary action would be taken to curb herding of forex.
On a weekly basis, the CBN disburses not less than $80 million to the banks, either for PTAs, that's personal travels, or business travels, or payment of school fees. And we have decided, indeed, management will be deciding on how we're going to create a desk, a complaints desk, where you can call us or call some of our people who will respond.
Emefiele expressed optimism that MPC's decision to maintain all parameters will improve economic growth and bring down inflation rate by May. We'll take a break here and return with stock market review. Just stay with us. Now, the Nigerian stock market had a rebound in today's trading as all-share index rose to 0.98%, while market capitalization also rose to 20.44 trillion naira. Now, the top gainers list today, we can see the Stanbic, IBTC, MPF Microfinance Bank, as well as Honest and Guinness topped our gainers list. And let's take a look at those who topped the top four losers: MRS, WAPIC, as well as WAPCO, and AfriPrud topped our losers list. Let's take a look at the market summary. A total volume of 361 million shares valued at 5.01 billion naira exchanged hands in 5,701 deals. Now on the global scene, we can see that FTSE was in the greens, Dow Jones also was in the greens, and Nikkei is trading in the reds. FTSE is trading currently at 0.20%, Dow Jones at 0.88%, while Nikkei is at 2.04%. But that's it on Stock Market Review. Back to you now, Oyin, for the rest of the news.
Thank you for that update, Shadi. We move on now to the foreign scene, where Republic of Congo's veteran president Denis Nguesso has been re-elected with 88.57% of the vote, according to provincial results from the Electoral Commission. This will see Nguesso, who has been in power for an accumulated 36 years since 1979, serve another 5-year term. Sunday's ballot had been boycotted by the main opposition and overshadowed by the death of Nguesso's only major rival, Guy Brice Colelas, who got 7.84% of the votes. And it's now time for entertainment reports on News Now.
The Netflix premiere date for the 2018 Fifth Best Film has been set for April. Bibi Sasare's Fifth Best Feature film, God Calling, has been added to Netflix's list of Nollywood titles. God Calling tells the story of Sade, a woman who responds to God's persistent call after a series of tragedies. Nollywood veterans Nkem Owo, Onyeka Onwenu, Richard Mofedamijo, and Tina Umba star alongside Zena Balogun, Karibi Fubara, and child actress Diana Ogwatu. Nollywood actress Stephen Linus has released a new short film titled The Student, creating awareness against sexual and gender-based violence. The call to action short film created by Linus, scripted by Adiola Adeyemo and directed by Chinedu Ben, follows the story of Jume, high-flying student who falls victim to a lecturer with a history of sexual harassment. The film stars Mary Agolo, Samuel Abba, Bashir Francis, among others. The Student is the second project of Linus's productions for UNFPA's campaign on sexual and gender-based violence. Popular Nigerian celebrity couple Tubaba and Annie Idibia recently celebrated their 8th wedding anniversary to the joy of fans on social media. They are no doubt one of the loved couples in the industry. Recently, Tubaba took to his verified Instagram page to wow fans with throwback pictures of himself with his wife as he explained how far they had come together. According to him, their journey started long before their fame and fortune. A happy wedding anniversary to the Idibias. And that is all that we have for you in the entertainment segment of News Now.
And in sports, it's more trouble for the ex-president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter, as the 85-year-old has been handed an additional 6 years and 8 months ban. According to FIFA, the new ban starts when the current suspensions of Blatter and Valke ends in October 2021 and October 2025, respectively. Former FIFA General Secretary Jerome Valke also received a similar ban, with both also being fined £780,000 as punishment for various violations of FIFA's Code of Ethics. This means that both men cannot take part in any football activity until 2028. Well, that's the latest update on News Now at this time. Thank you for watching. I am Oyi Adekunle.